What's up everybody, it's Boff, and today I'm going to show you how I do my Sal Fisher makeup look. Keep in mind guys that I'm in no way a professional makeup artist or do I know shit about makeup, so this is kind of just going to be like a discount, affordable Sal makeup tutorial that you can do by yourselves and not have to spend a boatload of money, because I can't afford that expensive makeup shit, and frankly my cheap shit works just fine. Another thing as well, these scars are probably not accurate at all. I know a lot of Sals do them differently, but this is the way I do mine, and I've gotten a lot of compliments on them, so I figured I'd make this tutorial. If you don't like them, I'm sorry. I don't know how to do special effects makeup, I don't know how to use latex, so this is the best I can do with what I have, and I hope that you guys like it and can take something from this tutorial.
We believe in ghosts on this show. If you don't, eat shit.
As you can see, I already have a full face of makeup on, so I'm just taking off my eyeliner real quick because I don't use eyeliner for Sal. So even though I already have a full face of makeup on, I am going to touch up my foundation and my concealer because it had been a long day. So I use the Matte Poreless Normal to Oily Skin Fit Me Foundation by Maybelline. This color is Natural Ivory. They do have one shade lighter, which is Porcelain. That's of course what my girlfriend uses because she's white as fuck. And guys, bit of a precursor here. Basically all the makeup I use is Maybelline just because I'm a real big Maybelline fan. I don't know why, I just like it. You may notice that I focus under my eyes a lot because I do wear glasses and they do give me natural eye bags, unfortunately. But this concealer and foundation really do help to cover it up.
Your future is bright!
Now I'm going in and covering up all my flaws with my Fit Me concealer. This shade is Fair. And in my mind, Sal is a very white boy underneath that mask. He probably doesn't suntan too much, so, you know, I'm gonna make myself as white as possible. Low-key, that's just my excuse, because this concealer and foundation is what I use every day because I'm a white boy myself. I'm now going to go in and do my contour. I'm using the Pro Contour palette. I got this at TJ Maxx for probably around $10 or $12. It's by Profusion. I told you this was a discount makeup tutorial, so I don't even know if this contour is the real deal, but it's what I use and it works for me. So if you guys can find this one, I hope it works for you too. Guys, I really don't know shit about makeup. I just know where it goes on my face and when to use it. So I'm going to go in with the shade that fits my skin tone best and start contouring my cheekbones. I like to go right underneath the cheekbone just to make them pop, just because that's a masculine thing for me and I feel like it makes my face look more defined. Then I'm going to go under my jawline and make that stand out a little bit more. Usually men have a more prominent jawline. I also shade within the crease of my nose. Is that called a crease? I don't know. Right beside my eye and underneath my eyebrow. I like to make it a little bit more defined and darker because men have a little bit more of a deeper set eye sockets, I guess. Sometimes it helps to go in and blend it with your hand a little bit. I wasn't too happy with how it looked, so I was trying to smear it a little bit across my jawline.
I think that would be cool.
So now we move on to the eyes. Here I'm using the W7 Blazing eyeshadow palette. I don't know where you can get this one. I got it at TJ Maxx, again, for about $8. And it is one of my favorite palettes to exist. I have two of them. One is in shades of brown and black and gray. And this one is all shades of fiery reds and browns and oranges, which I am absolutely in love with. I definitely recommend this palette to anyone who just needs a good makeup palette. I generally like to go for a sleep-deprived, depressed, emo-looking Sal. Don't ask me why, I guess that's just the way I see him. But basically I go with the brownest color in this palette. It's also one of the darkest shades. And I just smear it all over my eyelids, guys. Keep in mind, guys, that this in no way has to be perfect. Just have fun with it, throw some color on your eyeballs, and, you know, go from there. So next I'm moving on to my Mattes and Metals by Daisy Fuentes. I don't know how the fuck to say that. This is what it looks like. It's absolutely gorgeous. A lot of the palette shades in there are actually very glittery. But for what I need, there's a dark blue, and I put that navy dark blue all over my eyelid as well, right on top of the brown. After that, I actually go in with one of the glittery purples just to make it look a little bit more sunken in, a little bit more bruised almost. Again, I have no idea why I like to give Sal bruised eyelids, but you know, that's not really what I meant to do. I just really like the sunken in look, and he's an emo goth boy who loves some heavy metal, and I can't argue with that, you know?
You headbang like a god.
Alright, so here comes the fun part. This is where we get to start drawing on Sal's scars. So you have so much freedom when it comes to his scars. You can make them look in any way you want. We don't have, of course, a clear image of his scars just yet. Use your imagination. Make them look the way you want them to look. Though do try to keep in mind that he was supposedly mauled by a dog. I use a white eyeliner pencil to draw on the base of the scars. You can get these anywhere, and any brand really is fine. I don't even know what brand I use, so basically just start laying out the scars all over your face in the way that you want them. I've changed my scars so many times, and I'm still playing around with positioning and putting them where I want them, so they're not going to be the same every time, guys, and they're definitely not going to be perfect. But it's a bunch of fun to do, and I really do enjoy doing Sal's makeup. So this part is a little bit more difficult. I use 3 different colors when I'm doing this one. I use my darkest brown, my shade of red, and then a lighter shade of red. Basically what I do is I draw right alongside the white marks that I've already made for his scars to kind of give them some depth and make them look red and irritated, which I imagine scars to be. At the very start of the scar, I put my darkest color, which is the brown, and then work out with a red and then an even lighter red. This kind of gives it more of a gradient look and it doesn't make it look too static, and it's generally just more fun. Now I'm going in with this thick brush and basically just giving myself a Todoroki scar, question mark? But no, this is the eye that Sal supposedly has his glass eye in. So what I'm trying to do is make it look a little bit raw and irritated and red and just really worse for wear in comparison to the rest of his face. With that, I also add some of the darker brown underneath the eye to give it more depth and more dimension. And I also go in with my red and give his face some red blotches around where his scars are, just to make them look even more raw and red too. Because, you know, our poor boy has lived a hard life. This next part is completely optional, and I don't usually do it, but I was trying out something new just to see the way it would look. I'm covering up a slit in my eyebrow with concealer just to try and make it look like a scar has gone through his brow and there's no longer hair growing there. I don't know, it was just an experiment. If it's something you choose to do, go for it. I'm sure it's going to look badass. So in the long run, that's really the completed look that I do for Sal. I really do enjoy doing this makeup. I actually like wearing this out to cons rather than actually even wearing the mask, especially because it's really hard to breathe in that thing. But you know, that's just trivial shit. So now I'm going to throw on his wig. I actually did just recently restyle this. If any of you are wondering where I got the original wig, I did get it from Amazon. It was very long, the bangs were very long, but all in all, I really like how it looks for Sal. I'm happy with the color, and I'm happy with the style now that I've worked with it. And there you go, guys. That is how I do my makeup for Sal. What you see on Sal Fisher's internet show every episode is basically that exact method. So I really hope that this tutorial helped you. If it did, please comment below. If you guys cosplay Sal after this and use my tutorial, I'd really love to see the outcome. So tag me in your photos, please. I beg of you. I want to see. I love you all. I'm so sorry if I'm not more of an expert on makeup or where you can get it, but this is my discount shit. I don't spend a lot of money on makeup because I can't afford to. So I do actually hope that that helps you. I know it's hard to start cosplaying because of how expensive makeup is, But I hope that my method and what I use helps you a little bit. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like me to do more of these, drop a comment below. Thank you all for the support, and I love you all a bunch.